Sony Pictures Studios. This is Jeopardy!
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game. Let's see if you like these first-round categories.
Disguises. Biblical people. Gourmet cuisine. The 1840s. Drama. TV sitcoms.
Player one, you have the honor.
In 1971, author Joseph Heller dramatized this 10-year-old book.
Player three. To be sure. What will it be, player three?
In this play, Vita Simmons tries to get her brother Elwood P. Dowd committed to a sanitarium.
Player two? That's correct. Player two, what'll it be?
This year lent its name to California gold rushers.
Player one? Exactly. Player one?
This series with Tim Daly and Stephen Weber was set at Tom Nevers Field.
Player one, what'll it be?
For 8 years, this comedian played Dick Loudon, owner of the Stratford Inn.
Here is the correct response. Player one, your turn.
This Tim Allen sitcom finished the 1993-94 season as television's #1 show.
Player one. Exactly. All right, pick again.
Lisa Kudrow plays twin sisters, one on Mad About You, one on this series.
Player one. That's right. You're in first place all by yourself. All right, pick again.
On Seinfeld, it was revealed that this is Kramer's first name.
Player one. To be sure. All right, pick again.
The word Malasol on a caviar label means the roe is preserved with a minimum of this seasoning.
Player three. Right you are. Player three, you choose.
These chocolate confections are so called because they resemble the fancy fungi of the same name.
Player two. Yes, indeed. Player two, it's your turn.
Participants in the famous Boston Tea Party were disguised as these.
Here is the correct response.
Player 2, your
Genesis chapter 6, verse 9, called this ark builder a just man and perfect in his generation.
Player 1.
That's it.
Player 1.
Ancient Romans cultivated these gastropods on farms, fattening them on meal and wine.
Player 1.
No, that's incorrect.
Player 2. You are correct.
All right, contestant 2.
Eggs Meyerbeer, named in honor of the composer, is made with these organs the French called rognons.
Player 2. Yes.
All right, pick again.
Served with béarnaise sauce, this thick cut of beef is named for a French statesman, not a French castle.
Player 3. Right you are.
It's your turn, player.
Mercedes Ruehl played the lusty Serafina della Rosa in the 1995 revival of his play, The Rose Tattoo.
Player 2. That's it.
It's your turn, player 2.
This playwright's A Moon for the Misbegotten was based on his alcoholic brother, James.
Anyone?
Okay, player 2.
This William Enge play takes place in a Kansas restaurant during a blizzard.
Player 3. That's right.
Player 3, it's your turn. Answer. Very double. Player 3, you have your wager, please.
Disguised as a clergyman, Thomas Blood stole the British crown from this site in 1671.
Player 3. That's it.
All right, pick again.
He was a swan for Leda and a cuckoo for Hera.
Player 3. Yes, indeed.
All right, pick again.
Dressed as a beggar, he discovered his wife Penelope had been faithful during his long trip.
Player 2.
No, too bad. There's a lot of game left, so hang in there.
Anyone?
All right, pick again.
Legend says in 878, this great English king dressed up like a minstrel to spy on the Viking camp.
Player 1.
That's wrong. This is a difficult board.
Player 2.
That's it, exactly. Player 2, it's your turn.
Discovered in 1846, this explosive liquid was later found to help symptoms of angina pectoris.
Player 1.
That's it, exactly. What'll it be, player one?
In 1848, a flock of these birds devoured the crickets, threatening Utah's crops.
Player 2. Right you are.
It's your turn, player two.
Christophe Bouis-Ballot employed this mode of transportation to prove the Doppler effect.
Player 3.
To be sure.
Player 3, you choose.
His wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the East Country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
Okay, player three.
This king cast Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into a fiery furnace.
Anyone?
Here is the correct response.
Player 3, you choose.
After 11 years of construction, this Moscow palace was completed in 1849.
Player 1. Right you are.
Okay, contestant one.
Mary is the New Testament version of this Old Testament name by which Moses' sister was known.
Player 2.
Why, yes. You're not far back now.
And to finish the board,
Pilate gave the body of Jesus to this man, who wrapped him in linen and laid him in a sepulchre.
Player 3. Exactly. All right, that's the end of the Jeopardy round.
Let's look at the total scores so far.
All right, players, get ready for Double Jeopardy. Let's see if you like these categories in the Double Jeopardy.
poetry, political quotations, film epics, biblical words and phrases, body parts, women's firsts.
All right, player one, start us off.
This disc-shaped organ in a pregnant woman provides the baby with food and oxygen.
Player 1.
Good guess, but no.
Player 3.
Correct.
Okay, Player 3.
When blood goes through these organs, it turns red.
Player 1.
No, I'm sorry.
Player 2?
Yes.
All right, contestant 2.
Can the leopard change these? Means it's impossible.
Player 2?
That's wrong.
Anybody? It's your turn, player 2.
Warren Beatty portrayed John Reed, author of 10 Days That Shook the World, in this 1981 epic.
Player 3. Why, yes.
Player 3.
Mel Gibson charges into battle as Scottish Avenger William Wallace in this 1995 epic.
Player 1. Yes.
Player 1, you choose.
The lacrimal glands secrete these.
Player 2.
Right you are.
What'll it be, player 2?
The lower end of this 4.5-inch tube divides into 2 bronchi.
Player 1.
You are correct.
Player 1, you choose.
The chief storage areas for iron in the bone marrow, the spleen, and this organ.
Player 2. Why, yes.
Player 2, it's your turn.
In 1977, this Philippine leader said, "It is easier to run a revolution than a government."
What'll it be, player 2?
In 1900, Margaret Abbott wasn't teed off when she became the first woman to win Olympic gold in this sport.
Player 1.
That's it. Player 1, your turn.
In Howl, he wrote, "I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness."
Player 3. Right you are.
All right, player 3.
He wrote, "Sitting by a bush in broad sunlight and stopping by woods on a snowy evening."
Here is the correct response. Player 3?
Cecil B. DeMille directed this biblical epic twice, once as a silent, the other in 1956 as a talkie.
Your choice, player 3.
His One Self I Sing was originally published in 1867 under the title Inscription.
Player 2. Correct.
Player 2, what'll it...
Believed written in the 8th century, this heroic Old English poem did not appear in print until 1815.
Anybody?
Player two, what'll it...
To pass over this river means to reach the promised land.
Player one? No, too bad.
What'll it be, player two?
Huey Newton wrote, "It is a fierce animal, but he will not attack until he is backed into a corner."
Here is the correct response. Okay, player two.
In the preface to Adonais, Shelley wrote, "He died at Rome of a consumption."
Player two?
To be sure. You're building up a big lead. All right, pick again.
By dog sled in 1986, Anne Bancroft became the first woman to arrive here with no outside help.
Player two? That's correct.
All right, pick again.
Anne Shaw Carter, the first woman rated to pilot this type of craft, is a member of the Whirly Girls.
Player two? That's it.
All right, pick again.
In 1976, this former child star became the first woman named Chief of Protocol for a U.S. president.
Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
This first woman to head the Motion Picture Academy won Oscars for Dangerous and Jezebel out of 10 nominations.
All right, pick again.
Unworthy or sinful people are known as a generation of these poisonous creatures.
Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
Gloria Steinem said of her candidacy for VP, "What has the women's movement learned? Never get married."
Player three? No, too bad. Anybody?
Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
To prepare for action is to do this to your loins.
All right, pick again. Answer, nearly double. Player two, your wager, please.
David Lean's sweeping saga of this British adventurer was reissued in 1989 with previously unseen footage.
Player two?
No, I'm sorry. Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
His 1964 campaign slogan was, "In your heart, you know he's right."
Player two?
That's correct. All right, pick again. The answer is a video daily double. Player two, your wager, please.
In his 4th century BC Politics, he wrote, "Man is by nature a political animal."
Take a look at your monitor. Player 2? That's wrong. Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
Pale horse is a metaphor for the approach of this.
And to finish the board,
In a 1961 film, Charlton Heston portrayed this legendary Spanish hero.
Player 1?
Regrettably, no.
Player 2? That's right.
That's the end of Double Jeopardy.
Let's take a look at the scores.
Looks like we're going to have a fight for second place. Now here's our final Jeopardy category.
women.
Player 1, please make your wager. Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 2, your wager, please. Here's the final Jeopardy answer.
Let's see how everyone did.
Thanks, Johnny. Player 1, your question? Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost? Oh, I guess it's just not your day. Your question, Player 3. Sorry, that's incorrect. Let's see how much it cost you. Player 2, let's take a look at your question. Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. Let's see how much it cost. Here is the correct response.
Congratulations, Player 2. You're the Jeopardy champion.
Thank you all so much for playing Jeopardy. Bye for now.